I wasn't supposed to. He specifically told me not to come, but something felt off about the whole thing. He'd been secretive for weeks, making phone calls in the garage, whispering to his mom when I walked into rooms, and when I asked about this appointment, he just said it was routine blood work. Routine blood work doesn't require you to take a whole day off work. Routine blood work doesn't make you pace around the house the night before. And routine blood work definitely doesn't make you cry in the shower at 6 in the morning when you think nobody's listening. So I followed him. I know how that sounds, but I had to. I parked 3 spots away and waited 20 minutes before going in. I told the receptionist I was there for my husband's appointment, gave his name, and she just handed me the clipboard like it was normal. The waiting room was packed with older people, really old people. I'm talking walkers and oxygen tanks and that particular smell of antiseptic mixed with something else I couldn't place. This wasn't the regular doctor's office. This was an oncology clinic. My stomach dropped. I tried calling him, but his phone was off. I sat there for 40 minutes watching people go in and out, some crying, some looking relieved, most just looking tired. Then I heard his name called. I followed the nurse down a hallway lined with pamphlets about chemotherapy and radiation. She led me to a small room where my husband was sitting on an exam table in one of those paper gowns, staring at his hands. He looked up when I walked in, and his face went completely white. The doctor was holding a manila folder and stopped mid-sentence. There was this horrible silence where nobody knew what to say. Finally, my husband spoke. "You weren't supposed to be here." The doctor cleared his throat and asked if I was family. I said I was his wife. He looked at my husband, who just nodded and closed his eyes. "The biopsy results came back," the doctor said. "It's stage 3 lymphoma." I felt like someone had punched me in the chest. My husband started crying, these quiet sobs that made his whole body shake. I moved closer to him, but he pulled away. "I didn't want you to find out like this," he said. "I wanted to figure out how to tell you. I've known for 2 weeks." 2 weeks? He'd been carrying this alone for 2 weeks. All those weird phone calls were to his mom, asking her what to do. All the pacing was him trying to work up the courage to tell me. All the crying was him processing that he might die. The doctor explained the treatment plan. 6 months of chemo, maybe radiation after that. Good survival rates if we caught it early enough. But the whole time he was talking, I was thinking about how my husband tried to protect me from this. How he was planning to go through cancer alone rather than burden me with it. After the doctor left, we sat in that sterile room for probably 20 minutes without saying anything. Finally, I asked him why he didn't trust me enough to tell me. "It's not about trust," he said. "You just finished your master's degree. You're finally happy at your job. Your sister's wedding is next month. I didn't want to ruin everything for you." That's when I lost it. I started yelling at him right there in the oncology clinic. Told him that hiding cancer from your wife isn't protecting her, it's lying to her. Told him that I married him for better or worse. Not for better or until you get sick and decide I can't handle it. The nurse came in to check on us because I was being so loud. My husband apologized and she left, but not before giving me a look that said she'd seen this exact fight 100 times before. On the drive home, he finally started talking, really talking, about how scared he was, how he'd been Googling lymphoma survival rates at 3 in the morning, how he'd already started writing letters for me to find after he died. He had a whole plan worked out where he'd tell me after my sister's wedding, like that would somehow make it easier. That night we called his mom together and she admitted she'd been begging him to tell me for days. We called my sister and moved up our conversation about her wedding timeline. We called his work and mine to figure out medical leave policies. The first chemo session is next Tuesday. I already took the day off. He tried to argue with me about it, said I didn't need to come to every appointment. I told him he lost the right to make unilateral decisions about his medical care when he hid cancer from me for 2 weeks. He's going to be fine. The doctor says the survival rate is really high, especially since we caught it relatively early, but I keep thinking about how close I came to not knowing.